Hello, welcome to another episode of Montana Shares, your opportunity to find out about the nonprofits that make our state so great. I'm your host, Bill Crane, and today we have Patricia from Queen City Ballet. Welcome, Patricia, again.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Good.
Enjoying this nasty weather?
I'm ready for winter to be over. We can move into spring and summer and...
Gosh, we all are.
Yeah.
But enough complaining about the weather. Let's talk about Queen City Ballet. You've got an event coming up, right?
Yes, we do. We are pleased to present an evening at the ballet, Sunday, May 20th, 7 p.m. at the Helena Middle School. And this is a little bit different of a spring program for us. Instead of doing a full ballet, Ms. Campbell has selected several short pieces from well-known ballets that some people may have seen or heard of, but they get to experience in a different atmosphere. And really what this was born from was 12 of her students recently competed at the Universal Ballet Competition in Atlanta, Georgia. They spent quite a lot of time preparing for it, and this gives them an opportunity to showcase the pieces that they took to competition and won national awards for. And then it gives some of the older students who didn't go to the competition but are studying under Miss Campbell a chance to perform for an audience. So an evening at the ballet will feature pieces from the ballet La Bayadere, Coppelia, Don Quixote, Flames of Paris, and much more. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
So I think it's great. They've put all this time in, go compete somewhere else, and we would normally miss it. And so this is the opportunity for us to see what they've put all this work into.
Right. I think that a lot of people don't realize that Queen City Ballet is a very multifaceted organization. Ms. Campbell has the school and teaches the students, but then there's also the company aspect of it, which is where the board, which is what I serve on, comes into play. We are charged with putting on the Nutcracker performance every year, so everybody in Helena and the area can come enjoy the classical Nutcracker, which we've all come to know and enjoy. But we also do Dancing with Helena Stars as our one and only fundraiser for the year, and then a spring show of some type. And this year, looking not only at the calendar, but what the students have been doing, it seemed to me like it made sense to highlight what these students do away from the studio. And they do put in a lot of hours between Nutcracker and Dancing with the Stars, working on other things, and this is what they've been doing this year. And the fact that they were selected to go to Atlanta and were very competitive, had a great time, won many awards, and then come back and be able to show that off in their hometown, I think is just very important, because they work hard all year long, and oftentimes it's just, oh yeah, I went to Atlanta for a week for ballet.
Right, and we're denied the opportunity to see that, all that practice. So sounds great. Let's hit the high points again. This is going to be at the Helena Middle School.
Correct.
And there is dessert involved.
Yes.
So even if the snow's making me grouchy, dessert's going to make me happy.
So even if you don't understand the name of the ballet, which I couldn't pronounce them until recently, dessert's the reason to come. So actually, in all seriousness, taking a page from a lot of the larger ballet studios around the country, this is often how they kick off their ballet season, is they will invite their community supporters, their sponsors, past dancers, past donors to come and enjoy an evening where it's a gala setting, so there's little snippets from different ballets, and it's a way to say thank you for supporting us through the years. This is what we're doing in this upcoming year, and what better way than to do it with desserts during intermission and let everybody have a chance to get to talk to one another. Hopefully we'll be done with this never-ending winter, and
Hopefully
it'll be
a gorgeous night,
yes.
right? Shirt sleeves at 8 o'clock at night or something.
I'm hoping. Oh, I'm so hoping. But it'll give everybody an opportunity to learn more about ballet and to get to see one another and kind of kick off the spring-summer season.
Okay. Well, super. So let's we have more stuff to talk about as far as gals going to competition.
Yes. So we are, like I said, we had 12 students. Many of them won national awards, one of which is Lizzie Johnson, who's an 8th grader at Helena Middle School. She earned what's called a UBC Platinum for her Woodland Fairy variation from Sleeping Beauty, which this was her first national competition. They've done some state and local stuff, but it was pretty exciting. I didn't get to attend, but to see the pictures and just how excited they were. But in talking to all 12 students, what they really valued was going and learning from different teachers and instructors, but then also realizing, I think we all take for granted we have Queen City Ballet here in Helena, and that it is a world-class ballet studio, and they are learning they can go compete with the kids from the Houston Ballet and Ballet West. And you look at where a lot of Miss Campbell's students have ended up as a testimony to her talent and her abilities to get her students out there and seen nationally. We do have one graduating senior that did not go to Atlanta, but Haley Wright has danced at Queen City Ballet for 14 years. And she's been a company member since 2014, and she has actually decided to go on and study dance and film. So she's undecided on her college right now, but it is between Pacific University, where she received a merit scholarship, a dance scholarship, a Boxer Day scholarship. Also University of Montana's offered her a scholarship, as has Colorado College, so it's gonna be kind of exciting to see where she's gonna end up. But
So you put in 14 years, there is a reward at the end of the whole process when you got several people looking at you.
Well, and that's the thing, is that a lot of parents or community members say, what's the point? And we hear that a lot with anything that's arts-based or sports-based, what's the point? And I think that we need to remember as a community that this is helping our young people prepare for their future. Yes, you're trained in classical ballet and you understand the background and the history and the knowledge, but it also gives you a poise that you can't compare to anything else. And the fact that you're used to being corrected and told, no, do it this way, how to take that constructive criticism, how to turn it around and employ it and move forward. I think it also teaches you a lot about time management. I mean, they put in just as many hours at the studio as a lot of your athletes and even your academic scholars. So they have to balance that. So there's great skills in learning how to do that. So by the time, Haley's come through this program, it's always for me exciting to see the seniors, because you watch them grow up and now they're ready to go tackle on whatever they decide to major in and come back, and they'll actually share that and say, my experience at Queen City helped me through that scholarship interview process, or helped me when I went to do my first internship interview, because I didn't get rattled by the process, or when somebody told me I wasn't doing this right, that I should try it this way, that I was able to take those comments and turn it around and make it productive. So.
You mentioned the similar workout to athletes. These dancers are athletes.
They're very much
I've
athletes.
seen them. I know what they do. I know the poses, things like that. It's an incredible amount of athleticism.
It is, and they're working head to toe. That's the thing that truly I watch my daughter and I'm like, wow, there is not a muscle in your body you're not using, and that they're not understanding how to do so in a healthy manner. And I think that's really, we do see some of the students go from ballet and they'll walk right into volleyball or another sport, because they already have that mindset of how to care for my body. What do I need to do to keep my muscles healthy? What are my limitations? What can I do? But yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that, how intensely strenuous it is on the body.
Yeah, just watch them closely. At some point in time, you'll understand in a heartbeat.
Even just watching them get up on point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty fascinating. And then watching the new students who just got their point shoes this last week, and listening to them after rehearsal go, whoa, I'm really sore. Or I thought. I
mean, I feel rough just getting ready to go bicycling again, if we ever get to. I can't imagine all the workout that they do.
No. And you see, they take class 5 days a week. The company members are at the studio Monday through Friday. Right now, since we're preparing for a show, when they were preparing for competition, they're putting in extra hours. They're doing private lessons. They're going in on the weekend. They definitely are dedicated to what they do, and they understand the value, and they're willing to put in that time. And again, I think that's pretty impressive for a group of young people when there's so many things competing for your time right now. But it's great, and they're a wonderful group of young people, and it's really inspiring, because I think Helena is very lucky. I mean, between Grand Street and Queen City Ballet and all of the youth choir, all of the different opportunities we have some very, very talented young people, and they get an opportunity to shine.
Right. I don't think we mentioned it. Where do you buy tickets for this event?
Oh, that would be good to tell people, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
details. You could buy tickets at queencityballet.com. We are doing them online, and then the day of the event at the venue, we'll be there to sell tickets.
Because we know Helenans like to buy day of event. But I'll look at the camera. You guys can buy tickets ahead of time.
Yes, tickets will be for sale 2 weeks prior to the event. We're trying to keep it easy. Online seems to be an easy thing, but let's be realistic. It's going to depend on what's the weather doing and what
Right.
else is happening. And, Helena has a lot going on, so trying to find a date and a time that worked was a little bit difficult, but we're really hoping that this gala-style event is appealing to people. You're going to get to learn a little bit more about Don Quixote and La Bayadere and what's the story and why is it a ballet and how do you interpret that and it come across. And I think that's really where the artistry of Miss Campbell and her staff, Miss Jill, Miss Rebecca, really comes out, because we're just going to get a little snippet of this and hopefully it'll make you want more.
Great.
With dessert.
With dessert, the important stuff. Let's just give a preview into the fall, into the future for your major fundraiser of the year, and chat about it for a second.
Saturday, September 8th will be Dancing with Helena Stars. If you haven't attended Dancing with Helena Stars, you are missing out on one of Helena's most fun fundraisers. Completely modeled after the television show Dancing with the Stars. Right. The board selects 10 to 12 community members and pairs them with Queen City Ballet Company dancers, and they rehearse sometimes in a very limited time period, because everybody's schedules are crazy, to put on a full production. And to me, it's always amazing. We have an evening that will be at the Great Northern again this year. It'll be an evening with dinner and then the show. And all 10 to 12 couples will perform. Last year, Miss Campbell did a returning stars, actually returning men, performance of It's Raining Men that we turned around and used as a way to fund a scholarship for our summer intensive programs, which will start here when school gets out. But Carol Schmidt, who had been a long time Queen City Ballet board member, her daughter, both of her daughters went through Queen City Ballet, but Madison McCarthy's currently in New York. Very talented young ladies. The family very committed to Queen City Ballet. When she passed far too early, they decided to establish a scholarship where they believed wholeheartedly that in order for Queen City Ballet, the school, to succeed, that we needed to be able to have these dancers progress through the program. And oftentimes the way they need financial support to do so. So we are offering scholarships for the summer intensives, which occur in June and August. That process has just opened to current Queen City member students, Queen City Ballet students, and they'll be announced at an evening at the ballet. But we use Dancing with the Stars to help support that generous donation so that we can sustain that. We also use the funds raised from Dancing with Helena Stars to put on the Nutcracker production. Civic Center is a great place to view it, but for the board it is an expensive endeavor from, programs, new costumes, whatever we need. We want to make sure that it's a world-class production that Helena has come to expect and should. So it's a fun evening based off the television show Dancing with the Stars, but it is our sole fundraiser of the year. And it is great to come and see some of our local celebrities really in a different perspective. Last year we paired Toby DeWolf from Bert and Ernie's, who joined me on the show, with Mackenzie Frost from KTVH, and both of them were so far out of their comfort zone. Oh my goodness, but they had so much fun. And then their families and their friends get to come, and we live streamed it last year, which we'll do again, and that was really cool because I was running the camera for that, and to see the different people from around the country who were logging in just to watch a family member or a friend. Was a lot of fun. We had Dr. Showers also, and he did a Beach Boy Surfing USA thing, and to see him in that perspective was completely different than the very serious dentist that we're used to. So we haven't gotten all of our stars confirmed this year, but I promise it's going to be good.
Good.
It's always fun to come and watch.
So we'll have to wrap it up here. We've got May 20th is Evening at the Ballet. We've got some summer things going on, and we have Dancing with Helena Stars coming up in the fall.
Yes.
And mainly just go to your website and keep appraised of what's going on.
Yes, we keep the website updated, so queencityballet.com. It's where you'll be able to buy your tickets for an evening at the ballet. It's got a complete list of summer intensives as well as the popular princess camps, the fall schedule for ballet classes, as well as that's where all of the information and voting will be available for Dancing with Helena Stars.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you very much.
And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. As usual, we really appreciate your support. Have a wonderful evening.